A tall boy in front of him is adrift and living an unstable life. He can only feed himself by picking up popcorn discarded by others from the ballpark and walks with a plastic bag containing the only change of clothes he has. When night came, he had nowhere to go but into the laundry room to escape the cold. One night, Mike was walking alone in the cold street wearing short sleeves, shivering from the cold weather. A lady passing by looked at him with surprise and curiously asked why he was so thinly dressed when it was so cold. Her husband attempted to give him a ride, but was unable to do so due to the fact that it was out of his way. Suspicious, the lady rushed to catch up with Mike, and after some conversation, she understood his situation. The next day, the lady was touched by Mike's actions and she saw that the house was neat and organized and nothing was missing. The lady decides to leave Mike to spend Thanksgiving together. The first time Mike has had anyone to spend the holiday with. Discovers that a note has been left at the house, meaning that his mother has moved out. Mike used to think that home was where his mother lived, but now he feels that home is gone. He hides in a corner and cries. But years of misfortune have taught him to control his emotions. The lady looks at him with heartache and decides to give him a real home. So the lady visits Mike's biological mother. The creature's mother was emaciated, but with tears in her eyes. She thanked the lady for adopting Mike. Upon returning home, Mike looked at his sister with a bewildered look on his face. Then he looked at his brother. That was how he officially joined the woman's family. Shortly afterward, he received his first legalization in his life. And on top of that, Dad gave him a car. Unfortunately, he had an accident the first time he drove. But he was the first to stop the car from hitting him, protecting his brother. But he was bruised and battered. On the track, Mike took a deep breath. He closed his eyes and thought about what the women had taught him. This is the moment when he finally understands, to protect his teammates as if they were family. This was the moment of his awakening. Then with the referee's signal, Mike went on a rampage. The coaches on the sidelines are running and cheering with excitement. The crowd stood up and cheered incredulously. Happily, Mike's team won in the end. And his brother videotaped the whole game and burned a CD to send it to the admissions offices of all the top schools. The coaches of the universities were shocked to see Mike's game, so they all rushed to Mike's school to see Mike's strength live. In the end, all the coaches were amazed by Mike's incredible performance. They were all willing to admit Mike. Mike graduated with very good grades, and on the advice of his family, he chose his parents' alma mater. But then the athletic association suspected that there was a conspiracy against the woman who had adopted Mike. At first, Mike didn't believe it. Mike was confused. So she questioned the woman. Was it all for him? Then the woman talked to Mike in depth and apologized for respecting him. In the end, Mike was happy to go to his parents' alma mater.